told you so extra, but I know I'm the same.
What's up, y'all? What is up? It is your girl EJ, and I got my girl. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am hanging in there, child.
Good, good, good. So y'all already know what time it is. It is time for Found. Now, just to give you guys some background, if you are not watching Found, first and foremost, you need to be watching this because this is such a good watch. This is a crime drama and it follows Gabby Mosley. She was kidnapped as a teenager by her teacher. And then he ends up kidnapping another young girl so that she could have a companion, I guess you could say, because he thought this is what she wanted. Fast forward years later, well, first of all, they escape. And then fast forward years later, she ends up kidnapping her kidnapper because he was never found, but she found him, kidnapped him, and he has helped her solve some of her cases because she does own um, a crisis center that helps people who are missing. So she helps find other missing people. So that's kind of the basis of this show. Now, in season 2, we are basically back right where we left off, which is where Sir, which is what they call him, has escaped. And now it is like on the hunt for him, but he also has taken someone very, very close to Gabby. As a matter of fact, it is the other person that he kidnapped the first time. So that is where we are. Whew.
Yeah, spoiler alert for anybody that's not familiar and haven't watched it. Because that was the biggest thing. Like, it's bad enough that we kind of get her background and realize that her and this group of people search for missing people that probably would go under the radar and really wouldn't, necessarily probably be like the big highlights and, you know, on the news and all that kind of stuff. And they all kind of have a unique story with different situations that's happened to them as far as kidnapping. So it's definitely something that's personal to them. And then when you find out that she got him, it's like, whoa! That was like the big reveal that made it even crazier. And to know that he's helping her with the cases. I love this show. I'm so glad it's back. I'm glad that it got renewed for season 2. Been waiting for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have been waiting for this one too. I actually binge watched this one because my nerves wouldn't let me watch it episodic. I just couldn't.
Oh
I
Lord.
tried. I really did. I tried and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to save all of them. I wasn't reviewing it. So I was like, well, I'll just save all of them and watch it at one time. And let me tell you, when I did that, baby, it just took it to a whole nother level. I was like, oh God. And now I'm back to watching it episodic. So, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already ready. Shout out to Toya. Hey, sis. You already know we appreciate you so much coming through the super sticker. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do, helping out the platform, always being there, always in the chat, always moderating and making sure things move smoothly. I appreciate you. So yeah, hey Kendall, hey TG, hey Candy Love, Candy. I wish we could have this later so that you could be up here too, because I know you love this show too. But I know you at work, girl. So, but yeah. So listen, where do we start? Where do we start? It literally picks up right where we left off, literally. And Gabby has told everybody the truth, right? She's told them the truth. I need to know how you feel about this because I got a way that I feel about it, but I need to know, am I tripping? Because I feel like I'm not mad at Gabby for kidnapping him. I'm mad at her for not doing something more to him than what I feel like he deserved. But I feel like everybody else is like really angry with her and like just really going in on her. And I'm like, I just feel like I understand. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I got mixed feelings because on the one hand, I'm definitely not mad at her for keeping him. I just think that she needed to be smarter. Okay, needed to do things a little different, and he definitely could have got a little more. But I also feel like I could understand some of the frustration of it because it came back on them, where it's like now our lives was put in jeopardy. We getting our food poisoned, we worried about daggone Lacey, she missing her daggone place looking a wreck. So yeah, I could see them being like, you kept this damn secret, you've been having him here all this damn time, and now it's coming like to home to roost, to where that could have been any one of us that could have possibly been taken out. I can understand them being in their feelings as far as that way.
Yeah.
But some of the other stuff, I was like, all right, we need to get it together. This is not helping anybody. It is what it is. We here now. Like, use y'all skills, and let's find where the hell Lacey is at. Okay.
Because what's his name? He was mad at first, Don. He was mad for like a
Mhm.
minute, and then he understood later, and then he just went into help mode. And I'm just like I get like your anger that it was a secret kept from you, but come on now, let's understand where she's coming from per se. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And like I said, most of them have some type of experience with this. So if you had the chance to go after somebody that took you, or let's say Margaret, because I feel like she was giving her the most business out of everybody, well, maybe aside from the detective. If she had the opportunity to catch the person that took her son, like, what would you do to him? I mean, you gotta kind of think about it. You ain't thinking logically at this point. Okay. You just like, oh, okay. You wanted to play and take people. Let me show you what I could do to you.
Okay, that's what I was kind of like. I was like, I don't know, guys. I don't know if we need to give Gabby all the smoke so much, because we got to think about it. Now he has her sister, so it's already like she already has anything that you could say to her is just added, because she already is feeling it. Like, this man has her sister. That is one of the most important people to her. This is her family. This is somebody that she went through the trenches with, and somebody that in theory she tried to save, or she did save, not tried to save, that she did save. Because we know that she is the obsession. She's his obsession, and Lacey is just a tool that he's using to get to her. So I'm like, she already feeling it. Why throw more stuff on her? Like, and it was the cop for me. The way he said that, you actually took another human. I said, this ninja ain't no human. What is we talking about? Come on now.
Well, come on. He's a player by the book cop, and he feels like, damn, I was actually about to step out of line and risk my badge for you, and then here it is, you doing this. So, he in his feelings right now. He be all right.
Okay, because he in his extra feelings too, girl. I said, oh my goodness, bro. Like, don't do that. But yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we know that they had the rat poisoning, right? So she figured out that the rat poison was gone, and that's when she really went into panic mode, because she knew that hey, this is gone. So she already know what he finna do. It's so crazy because she's so locked in with him after all that time she spent with him. She knows what his movements are gonna be, all that type of stuff, which is probably why they was able to catch him the first time. But that's neither here nor there. But they got to our boy. How worried were you for him when this was going down?
Yeah, I was nervous. I'm like, wait a minute, are we going to be taking somebody out? Like, at the beginning of the show, we got somebody that's not going to make it. I was worried. I felt bad for him. Like, imagine you just munching down your food, minding your damn business, because she was able to catch Dawn before he could eat anything. Then she's like, warn Margaret, and at first Margaret over here ignoring damn calls. So thank God they caught her. But then we get here and he foaming at the damn mouth. I was like, oh Lord. So yeah.
Okay. That part. And he done ate the food. I'm just like, sir was busy. Sir
he had time.
Okay, all sorts of time. I said, okay, so first of all, this was takeout. So you done made it, done got his takeout food, which would have been, I feel like his probably would have been a little bit simpler, but I don't know if he have cameras, because I also feel like he's very techie. So where the cameras at, how that didn't get caught. And then Don, I figured that would be a difficult one to get. And then come to find out, I don't even think that he did put anything in his food. If we're not mistaken, he was the only one that he didn't go after.
Yeah, because she was like, he pretty much seemed like he scoped out everybody, and you kind of would have been high up on the list. How come he haven't scoped out anything with you? I do remember them mentioning that. So I don't know, child.
That was crazy. I was worried about Zeke because I was like, Zeke he got agoraphobia.
Yeah.
How we gonna get him out the house? Like, I mean, I know how we gonna get him out, but once he out, like, how's that gonna work? And we saw what went down with that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But he was definitely foaming at the mouth. Then we get to Lacey's place. I was like, oh my goodness. The only thing is I knew Lacey wasn't gone because we saw the trailer, but still, this was a lot.
Yeah, it was. That house was wrecked. But I'm like, you could tell that that's a struggle. I mean, I get it. Yeah, you still gonna be like, oh my God, you know, she not here, there's blood everywhere. So I get the excitement and kind of going to like the worst case scenario, so to speak. But at the same time, I'm like, you could tell this was a struggle. You could tell she was fighting. And would it really benefit him to just go and take her out quick? No, you know he gonna want to play some psychological games with you. So I felt like our girl was a little bit off, and it was just more about her emotions. My sister's missing. I get it, but I was like, no, you need to think logically. You got to get in his head and think the way he think right now. Okay.
Exactly. That's exactly what she was gonna have to do. You know. I love the flashbacks of this because when we watched the first season, I loved how they went back and showed a lot of things and tied a lot of things together, which was what made this so great because we were able to see how she got kidnapped, but we didn't know how little mama got kidnapped. We just kind of saw her. So I feel like at some point they're going to show us how she actually got kidnapped, but we're kind of just leading up to these moments, and we get this flashback of her after she's found, of course, and she keeps thinking that she's seeing Sir, right? And her mom is telling her basically, well, she's not even saying anything to her mom because she's not talking at this point, but she's just telling her, you have another nightmare. And she's just gazed out this window. First of all, them windows ain't secure enough for me. After that happened to my child, she can't be in this room right here.
Exactly. I wouldn't even be in the same house. And I'm not a fan, y'all, even though that look cute. I've never been a fan of like them sliding doors and them big windows where everybody could look in. Like, why is this not closed up? And I was just like, Mama, why are you not going looking out this window? It was hurting my nerves. But I do like the flashbacks. And I think they picked good, like, people that look similar to them as far as the casting and stuff like that. But yeah, I was like, I'd have been going to that window looking like, see, ain't nobody there. And then like, oh shit, wait a minute, there's somebody here. I felt like she was too comfortable on that bed, just telling her like, oh, it's okay. Exactly. I was like, is it?
Okay. Exactly. Kendall said the flashback scene with the black lady who was the neighbor always intrigued me. I'm trying to remember. Is that from the season 1? I'm trying to remember. I have to go back and think about that one. But this right here, I took a picture of that on purpose because that right there, ain't no way I had them in my house.
And then the shit is all, the blinds is open, the curtains is open, and they share. Like, no.
And your baby done got taken before.
Like, yeah, exactly. Hell to the no.
Like, no, that's like one of the first things I'm sitting up there thinking about. And then we got, Sir, he got to stay clean. He like his cleanliness and all this hair on his face. He don't even look like himself. So he had to get it. I love this actor. I ain't even gonna lie. I
remember I was surprised at first. Like, wait a minute, okay, I know him. Like, it's been a little minute. Yeah, season 1.
Okay, yeah. I just gotta think back to the neighbors situation. So we got what's his name, Tamika? Because Trent, I think. Is it Trent?
Yeah, Detective, what is it? Mark Trent? It might be. Listen, detective. I mean, he was on it. He was doing his job. He was trying to make sure everybody was doing what they had to do. And it was funny because he was partially right. I thought he was going to kind of put it together on his own because he was saying like somebody had to been helping him or he had to been hiding somewhere all of this time. How the hell did he just pop up out of nowhere now? And so easy for him to come to everybody, but not knowing that, Gabby behind had him.
Terica, yeah. She was Terica in there. But yeah, she had him for 9 months. 9 long months. But even before then, because I mean, what, 21 years, I want to say, like, that's a long time. Like, how you stay under the radar even before Gabby found you? How did she even find you? How was she able to pull you out? Like, those
Mm-hmm.
are all the flashbacks that I'm kind of ready to see. And I can just tell by the way that they're doing this that they are going to show us all of this. I don't know if we're gonna get it
Mm-hmm.
all this season, but I feel like we're gonna get all of the things. This doctor irked my nerves. From the moment that we kind of met him, he irked my nerves. I won't even lie.
Mm-hmm.
Just doing two dog.
Yeah, they be having doctors that's like that. Trust me, I've worked with them and had them come out to tell me things about my family members. Never care for them type of doctors, but yeah.
Yeah, because he just going straight like we ain't even gonna have no hope, no nothing. Like, let's not do this. So we get
Mm-hmm.
the father actually shows up, and he's the voice of reason in this moment. You know, he like, look, like he cared about Lacey. We don't need to be giving up on her. Like, you don't know, you need to find her, regardless of if you think that she's unalived or not. Like, that's what you need to do. And that was what's irking me with Gabby, is that Gabby was so quick to believe that, but she
Mm-hmm.
knows him. That's my problem. Like, you know him, but I think it was just where she was at the moment. I don't know. What
Yeah, I think it was just like kind of the shock and a whole bunch of emotions coming, seeing the place. Like I said, taking it personal, like this is my sister, going into that type of mode, you know. So I got it, but I was like, all right, we can't stay in this mode. We got to snap out of that. And I appreciated his father coming out and being like, listen, y'all got to get to it. I'm going to stay here with him. Y'all go get to find her. What is it? She's going or not, you still need to find her. I was like, okay, Dad, come through.
okay, and that part. Um okay, so the I had the girl that it was irking me that I couldn't remember this detective name. So I had to go find it. It's his last name. Let's see. So Sir, I can't
Hmm.
remember what I can. He has another name, Hugh something. Is his real name? Not his real name. I'm talking about like his real name in the thing because they be
Yeah.
calling him Sir, but I think
Hmm.
his name is Hugh. Is what he is what his teacher name is.
Hmm.
So yeah. So anywho, let's see what happened next. So Gabby has to get in mode so that she can go ahead and go do what she needs to do. I don't know why I got all these string yards up, y'all. I'm tripping. Um, and then we get back over here to Zeke's place and find out that Zeke was about to resign. That's why I was like, why everybody so mad at, like, you gonna resign because you that upset? I'm
Well, yeah, because I mean, in a way, their cases could be compromised now. You know, I don't know. It can cause problems for them. It ain't like it's just a 1, 2, 3 thing.
I
It's
mean, that's
not.
true. That's true. That's very true. That part is very, very true. I guess I'm just looking for some I guess I'm just looking for them to have some compassion for her.
Mhm.
But I wasn't getting that, and I don't know. And that steered me the entire episode. I just kept just trying to figure out why are we doing this? Why are we here? Um I think Kendall said his name, Mark. Okay, Mark. Girl, I didn't call him Trent. I don't know. Whatever his name is, Mark. Okay, Mark is his name. I was trying to look it up, but I couldn't see it. Okay, so she back into the mode, and they find the young lady who actually, because you remember she got that big old dog. Lacey has that big old dog. So they
Mhm.
found the lady who was walking the dog to try to find out what in the world was going on with that situation, and she done finessed him into letting her go into the room. I say he really like her because he just be doing the most. So
Mhm.
there was that, and then when Gabby comes back, girl, you got to talk about this scene because this is just they was I can't
I
get
mean, yeah, Margaret is pissed the hell off and she want answers. She like, you better spill everything to us now. Don't leave nothing out. Don't be trying to give us no roundabout shit. Like, break it all the way down. But then it was funny because once she did start being like, and he uses this, shaving cream and, he got to be elegant and, crisp and clean and all. She like, his shaving cream? Like, yeah, well, he did, hold me captive. Then I held him captive. So, I done learned some things. She's like, you wanted honesty, right? Like, be careful what you wish for. I'm giving it to you now. So, and it was like, damn, she like, for her to literally name everything, you can tell she's obviously in his head just as much as he, she's, what I mean, the opposite way around. Like,
yeah.
but then she was mad because she caught on like, Dawn, you seem to be very comfortable with this, and like you knew about it or something. You don't seem to be as shocked as I am.
Exactly. Okay, so we was both right. His name is Mark Trent. That's his actual
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah.
Mark Trent. I was like, I
I
just
was
keep
like,
remembering
I'll be
Trent.
confusing some of these names off this daggone on all these different shows we doing. Shoot,
I
sometimes I
know.
gotta give them other names.
Okay, exactly. So when he figures out that something is going on, he's like, the tension in here, this ain't right. Like something is not right. So I need y'all to go ahead and tell me what it is. And then when she tells him what it is, like he go in as well. He's talking about don't touch me. I said, I'm not the one to talk about it because you see, I got a whole attitude about how they was treating her, how they was treating Gabby, because I'm so partial to Gabby. But
No, I kind of felt like his was realistic, whereas I would have thought that the people that work with her and who have became kind of the extended family and have went through the similar situations, I did think that they would have had more understanding towards it. But I figure it's gonna be one out the bunch that would look at it like, oh, this could have compromised the cases we worked on. Also, like, what are you doing? Like having the moral compass, so to speak. But I wasn't thinking he was gonna be pulling out no handcuffs, talking about, girl, we about to take you in right now.
he was ready.
Yeah.
I said, no, Trent, I ain't up in here trying to handcuff my girl. You better put them doggone handcuffs up. Don't touch me. I said, okay, let's stop. Then he say he want to go back to the scene of the crime. And I'm thinking Lacey house too. He talking about no, your house. Dick. I said, okay. I just
And
know
she did mess up with this part as far as cleaning the crime scene. Now, girl.
yeah.
We going down there smelling bleach.
Okay, yeah. What's his name did that? Don went back and cleaned up the crime scene. And I don't even know if
Yeah.
he
Matter of
knew
fact,
that he
yeah.
did it, but yeah, he did that because he was like, he gonna make sure his girl do not get caught up. But she messed up a lot of times. He could have been. That's why we know he was so obsessed with her. It was so many times, sir could have just cut out.
Exactly. He could have, yeah, definitely.
I mean, I'm like, dude, your little cage wasn't caging, to be fair, but he really wanted to be here with you. It wasn't until you said that you was gonna turn him in that he was like, oh nah, okay, now I gotta go. So it was a lot. This whole show was a lot. Talk about the press conference because this was interesting.
Yeah, I thought this was smart. I mean, again, her using her logic. She knows it's important to get the story out, to talk to the reporters, to have them looking for, because I think this is when they thought about, like, wait a minute, he would have had to get some kind of vehicle in order to, move around. And do we have any cameras? Was there any vehicles that was moved, anything that was stolen? So she's able to show them that so people could be on the lookout for that. But she also uses that time to pretty much send a message to him. She's talking in code and acting like, this is from Lacey's favorite book and her favorite quote. And there are people that know, her crew, they like, what is she talking about? That ain't no damn Lacey's favorite quote. So it don't take them long to catch on, like, oh, she's sending him a message. And it don't take him long either. So that was smart. Now she's finally starting to get into her mode where it's like, all right, we got to get my girl home. This is my sister.
Exactly. Now he was almost about to tell that about to
This
tell
part
his
was
boss.
kind of funny because the captain or chief, whatever he was like, I ain't gonna lie, she been through a lot. I feel bad for her. Mark was over here like, sir, captain, okay, I got something to tell you if he ain't get interrupted.
Don was a great friend doing all of that for Gabby. Yeah, he definitely was
Yeah.
a great fan. I feel like Gabby was there for all of them, to be honest, at different at like the times when they needed to feel something, like they needed her the most. I feel like she was there for them.
I agree. She's one of those people that be trying to look out for everybody and help everybody.
Yeah.
She do have a genuine heart, even though she, went a little psycho. But
And the crazy part about it is that she snapped. She really did snap. I mean,
yeah.
after it was after her father's death, and
Mm-hmm.
she had a moment where she snapped it. And I guess that's my other problem with them is like she wasn't doing any of it. It's not like she was actively hunting him down to kidnap him. She just had a moment, and it was what it was. So I don't know. I don't know. Can we get some grace here? I love the police, the detective. She is so funny. She like, look, go ahead and give me my flowers right now. Cause and she ain't even said nothing yet. I'm like, girl, what you
Mm-hmm.
gonna say? But she said, go ahead right now and give it to me. But she's gonna find out that Sir's mom was actually unalived before the fire even started. Somebody actually set that fire in order to cover it up. And
Mm-hmm.
now, was it him, his siblings? Who was it? I mean, it's probably him, but still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more than likely, I think it was him, unless Mama done raised a whole bunch of daggone psychotic kids. But I like this. I like the fact that we got a black woman officer who's smart about her business on her job. Okay, coming through, breaking it down, and finding out information that apparently, all these years nobody else was, found out. So I was like, okay, all right, give her flowers. She was right. Because what was y'all doing that y'all didn't know this before?
Exactly. That's really a key. That's a lot. I mean, like how you miss that if we just keeping it real, unless you just
Hmm.
decided that you weren't gonna look for it and just was like, we don't need to do nothing on this
Exactly.
and passed it, and just kept it pushing, which is what they
Hmm.
were probably counting on. But
Hmm.
it is what it is. So Sir sends the bait, of course. He heard the press conference and now
Well,
he's
this man, like, I need to find out what. Well, he was a teacher, but like, what other stuff was he trained in? Because the way he just play it in their face, I knew that wasn't gonna be her. But he got the whole dummy set up with the bottled waters and stuff, so to look like heat there, and then had the little book, and then he have like a note that said "not yet." I'm like, not like
Mhm.
he playing peekaboo with them.
Yeah, he
Mm-mm.
playing in their faces for real, for real. At this point, talk about the scene with Zeke because this was what I was afraid of right here.
Yeah. I don't know what that feels like. I know that, there's really people that have that and don't, want to leave the house and stuff like that. So one, you was freaking, an attempt was made on you. They was just saying they didn't even know if you was going to wake up or not. You waking up in the hospital, that's already a scary situation. And then you're somebody that, doesn't want to, was not even just doesn't, you don't leave out your daggone house, and it's scary all around. And to have this doctor just like, oh, sedate him and he's gonna have to be locked up, and they like, no, calm it down, wait a minute, give us a chance, and we need to get him home. Like, we already know what his issue is, so it's not like we gotta figure it out or find out, or that part of it is anything new. And I appreciate it again. His father stepped up. He was basically like, listen to Margaret, listen to what they were saying, and was like, no, I'm going to take him home. The doctor's like, he ain't well. Listen, whatever he needs, send it home with him. That's all. Just send it home with him and let him go home.
I'm like,
They was like, this is not just a panic attack.
exactly. And if he just listened to the people, these are people that are around him every day. These are people that know him like you don't even know him. And just because you're a doctor, you're thinking that you have some superiority in this. And you are like, what are we doing here? I was just so
Mm-hmm.
annoyed by him. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. So
Hey.
Our girl gets back, and lo and behold, guess who's here? Mom is here. Mom has come. And we also learned some other things. This is when we learned that Lacey's real name is not even Lacey. Lacey's real name is what? Bella, I believe, something like that. She changed her name.
Yeah. I don't blame her. I would have changed my name too.
Mm-hmm.
They should have been changing names, addresses, IDs, every damn thing.
And that part. Exactly. And we get another flashback with the mom where, she don't know what to do because her daughter will not speak. And I mean, her daughter's still being very respectful, doing everything that she's asked. She just won't speak. She won't talk about it. Not to mention, we see what she's seeing outside, and um her mom, thought she just having, maybe just think she's having nightmares. So but when she gets there, it's the conversation for me that they have. What do you think about that conversation? It comes up a little bit later, but we can go ahead and talk about it. And the fact that she already knew, and she was the one person that wasn't judging.
Yeah, I appreciated that. Like I said, I think it got to be a little balanced. It got to be the one that's really angry, that feels confused about it or mad about it, the one that's having a little bit more understanding and trying to back you up. And, and to have mama of all people, because of course she's feeling mad guilty. So she wanted to get her back regardless, but she want to get her back even more. And she don't want to have to tell her mother, like, no, you don't understand. This is really my fault. Like, I'm the one that set all this in motion because that's how she feeling. So to have her number one right off the back saying like, oh, she love y'all, she love this place, anywhere you at, she want to be there, I know y'all gonna get to the bottom of it, and she just trying to see what insights that she can give into it too. And then to say, oh girl, I know because Lacey already called me and told me when she was on her way home, and trust me, she gonna fight and she gonna be all right. I was like, okay, mama. That was exactly what she needed to hear for her to be able to keep, moving forward.
Exactly. Oh, Zeke is back, and Zeke is, he got the same sentiments as everybody else. You can tell that he has a whole, thing when it comes to her. But he also has a little bit more feelings for Lacey as well. But we learned some more stuff about Lacey in this as well. I don't know if I have the photos for it. I might have them somewhere. But we also learned that she had a plan just in case anything ever happened. Like,
I wish she would have went more into that. I feel like we kind of cut away. Dawn was like, well, what do you mean? Because he was like, oh no, it wasn't just the dog. She always had plans, and trust and believe, she was going to be fighting. And apparently she's like how me and my aunts and my mother-in-law and all of us are, well, we have different, things all around the house. I'm gonna just say it like that. I remember when I first got with my other half, he was like, yo, why be finding stuff tucked in all different kind of corners? Because you never know. You got to be prepared just in case, okay? So Lacey was prepared.
Okay, you
or at least trying to be. What's up,
Richie? Yes, girl, it's a good one. But yeah, you do got to be prepared at all times. I mean, shoot, you got to be. They're gonna figure out that that's when they have the conversation about everybody else somehow got targeted except for Dawn, and then that's when they're gonna go look at the they look at the credit card. When was it Dawn's credit card? I don't know.
Yes, because they kept saying like everybody else. So what did he do or what did he use of yours? Let's run your credit card numbers. So that led them to a possible 3 houses.
So they went to go search these houses. And I mean, this Joker, when I tell you obsessed, just obsessed. Now, one of the houses, they barely missed him. And they're going to get this message on the thing. Like when they cut on the heat, there's a message. It has a dot and a K on it. But at the time, we don't have a clue what the heck that is. We think that is Sir who has left this message. And then this is the conversation that she's having with the mom when she's trying to confess. Some of my pictures kind of got
Mhm.
out of the order. This is this is when I talk about what he tells them about what actually happened. They reconstructed what happened.
Yeah, that's crazy how he was able to just do that whole reconstruction of what went down. And Lacey was fighting, okay? She knocked his behind into that table. I wish she would have figured out a way to run and lock herself up somewhere or go out the damn door. But you know, it is what it is. That's not the way they wrote it, okay? And they was in there tussling. She was fighting for her life. I'm like, all right now. But of course, sir, got the upper hand, pulled her out the door, but we like, okay, she is alive. Like he just kind of knocked her out and pulled her out, but we see that that's why it looked like it looked in there, because she definitely was giving him a run for his money. Okay.
Positively, lootly, and I was glad for that. I was like, okay, so we good on that. So now we just gotta find her. I think that actually give everybody a little more hope too. Like,
Yes.
okay, we just gotta find her.
Mhm.
But the mom was saying in the flashback, she talked about how she was trying to do everything that she could for her daughter. She just didn't know what to do. And then it dawned on her that maybe what she needed was something else, and that something else was Gabby.
Yeah. And he's standing right there watching, like, ooh, Gabby. Now, let me stop. That was also when it dawned on her what that dot K meant on the mirror, because she like, I'm thinking that's from Sir. No, that ain't got nothing to do with her. That has to do with the kangaroo book or something, that's dot kangaroo that she got her and brung when she came on this visit. But the fact that he was always just sitting there looking at I'm sorry, mama, love you, mama, don't mean to be blaming you, but you don't feel those eyes on you, like, girl, I'm sorry, I'm still pissed that this man was just coming around standing outside the damn window. And with the blinds all open, you ain't gonna be able to look through my window like that. I'm sorry.
Exactly. And he confirms it for her, because she was like, so those weren't just nightmares, those weren't just dreams or anything like that. And he just breaks it down to her exactly why he did what he did. It's always been about Gabby. He couldn't find her. So he was like, I knew I couldn't find her, but I knew she would come
for you. Yeah. And it's like she's always been the key. And the fact that he insulted her, like, oh, I was wondering when your small brain was gonna catch on. I'm like, not you trying to insult her. Oh God, sir.
Okay. Especially being that her brain at that time really was small.
Right.
Come on, bro. Like, stop playing. Just extra.
I'm sorry though, mama. How your daughter keeps staring at this window all the time and you don't look to be like, what you looking at over there? You know how a kid be looking at something. Even my cat, sometimes she keeps staring at something. I'll be like, girl, what's over there? Let me know. Like,
I'll be like, what you looking at? What's going on?
Right.
Shoot, I want to see too. I want
to know
too. Dude, that was irking me too. I was like, why she not paying attention to the fact that she is really, really looking hard, and that she is almost even more reclusive every time she's over there. Okay, just extra. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
But yeah, this part right here was interesting, because all it really did was let us know that he don't really want Lacey. He wants Gabby, and she is definitely a tool and a pawn to get to her. Okay, listen, I don't know, was it just me, or was I seeing something? Because I was like, now I know we got all of this mess going on, but I feel like we're about to have a love connection in the middle of all this drama. Because I was feeling like the daddy was looking at Miss Margaret a little special on this one little part right here. I don't have the picture of where he when he looks at her. I guess I didn't put that picture in there. There you go, right there. It was just the way he was looking. I said, wait a minute. Okay, I don't know. What you think?
I mean, listen, I ain't mad at Margaret if she get her little friend. Okay, all she have is this and going to that daggone bus stop every day. But I did like this bonding moment. Like, this really was showing Zeke dad coming through in this episode in several different ways, just trying to kind of calm the situations down and have some positive words and encouraging words. I was like, all right. So yeah, I don't know if he was like looking a little long.
I was like, okay, Zeke Daddy. I don't even know what his daddy name is, but okay, Zeke Daddy. Just you doing a little bit much there, but okay, I see you. So we get after they have their moment, and he tells his dad thank you, like because he's really appreciative of his dad, and we know that he and his dad don't have the best relationship because his dad
Mm-hmm.
wasn't there for him when he
Yeah.
goes after his kidnapping. So
Mm-hmm.
I really did appreciate that. But we get
Yeah,
back.
that was something they kind of bonded over because she was saying how you know, regret things and there's some things you can't take back and things of that nature, but that he did a good thing by being there, like, you know, today and showing him, and he's like, yeah, because I really wasn't there for him like that when he got kidnapped and came back home and stuff. He felt like he fell off. So he, you know, you can never kind of make up for what already happened, but you could do stuff going forward.
Yeah, and I also think that was an eye opener for Margaret at that time too. I think that because that
Yes.
also applied to. Why was I about to say Jax? Lord, that also applied to Gabby as well. When you think about it, So I was like, maybe she's thinking about it in this sense now. Maybe she's ready to come around and see that like
Yeah.
Gabby made a mistake, and she made that mistake in the heat of the moment and out of a lot of doggone trauma. Because
Yeah.
to me, I feel like Gabby has been trying to really throw herself into her crisis center instead of really, really attacking the trauma. I don't know how much therapy she had because we don't really get that particular part of it, and I don't know if they're going to
Right.
go back and show us any of that. But
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like Gabby still has. I think the fact that Sir was missing for that long, and the relationship that how she felt that she missed these pivotal moments with her father because of him. I just think that Gabby got a lot of trauma, and that's why she was able to snap the way that she did. So I don't know, but I feel like
Absolutely.
yeah, I think she's gonna have that turning point though. I think Margaret is gonna have the turning point where
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna go to her. I think we're gonna see that on the next episode. And yes, Kendall, he absolutely had that glimmer in his eye. He was like, but he still had the like stone face a little bit. He wanted to smile a little bit. It just he was almost there. He was like, they gonna get together.
Mm-hmm.
So Gabby, once again, she spent a lot of time with this guy, and she really she knows him. So talk to us about this final scene.
Yeah, I mean, this was what we was waiting for because we know how he was always giving her books and, you know, having her read different things and come up with different things and, you know, his sick twisted stuff. But in this case, it helps her because she was actually able to break it down, figure out that it was a daggone number. I sure as hell would have never figured that out. And I'm like, okay, are you going to let any of them know? And then going to find this damn payphone child. I haven't seen a payphone out in the street since God knows when. But it was funny how she was looking all around, and I guess she kind of felt like, oh, he just, you know, playing with me or whatever, or maybe I'm off my game because she was just like, is this like a setup? Is he about to come? I swear that's what it gave me, how she kept looking and looking, and then it felt like, you know, she was about to walk away, and ding, I'm like, So, I mean, they really do know each other.
Mm-hmm. So
Because
much.
he knew she was going to figure it out and beat him. Like, he had it timed.
Exactly. It's just a big game for him. And I don't know where the obsession, well, I know where the obsession started, but I don't know how it got so deep. Because, and do you think that he's done this before? Because he
I
just feels
do.
uncomfortable.
I do. I definitely feel like he's done it before. And I feel like maybe Gabby is the one that kind of, you know, did get to know him and was able to flip things back on him. And he sees how smart she is. And that makes him even more intrigued. Like, I don't know. But I definitely don't think this is the first rodeo. But I think she may be the only one that kind of learned him.
Yeah.
And that just turns him on even more with his sick self.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I can't remember in some of the flashbacks when they first go back to the cabin. I can't remember if she ever figured out if it was ever other people there or not. Because it just feels like he's too familiar with doing this. But I don't know, girl. That is a question that I absolutely ask myself.
That's what I want to know, Kendall. I wonder if they ever gonna have her son turn up, whether it be, he's God forbid unalive, because that would break my heart for her. But I think she still would have closure and have to process it and at least be able to grieve. Right now, she can't do nothing because it's just like he disappeared this day and I never saw him again. Or is it gonna be like she is gonna see him one day, even if it's on TV or a newspaper or something, and he's into something else and he don't even remember them? Like, I'm just thinking about all the different kind of scenarios it could be.
And it feels like she's stuck in time, not even
Definitely.
being able to really connect with your other child. It's
Yeah.
just stuck. Like she can't
Yeah.
move. And I can't imagine what that type of pain feels like. And
Mm-hmm.
especially feeling like it's your fault, because you hear a lot of times when you see some of these stories that people look away for just a second, just a
Exactly.
moment. And just like that, it happens. And they gotta be some deep hurt that you feel, because you feel like,
Mm-hmm.
what if I just didn't turn away for a second? What if I didn't let go of their hand for that moment? Like, I'm sure all of those different things are going through their mind. So I can understand why she's stuck. And I get how,
Yeah.
people may not understand why she continues to do it, like how her family was like, you
Mm-hmm.
still have family, you still have
Yeah,
other children.
and they want her to be able to move on, but some people can't move on from that. And then to do the job that she does and help so many other people and have a gift to her, to a certain degree that they need her to use, but then don't feel like you could use that to find your son. That gotta be the craziest thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I mean, yeah, this episode was great, y'all. Like, I found don't miss. Like, season one was amazing. I expect, see, when I saw the trailer, I knew season two was gonna be bananas. So I was ready for it. So the only thing I wish is that they had dropped at least 2 episodes for the first
Yeah.
go around. That would have
Yeah, I
been
wouldn't
great.
have been mad at that. A lot of these shows have been dropping the 2 episodes for the first and then, go week by week. But they was like, nah, y'all gonna wait and y'all gonna get 1 episode at a time.
Okay. And I told you how my anxiety is set up right now with this show. It's difficult for me to look at it episode by episode. It's easier for me to let it sit up and then come back and watch it, because I just want to know what's gonna happen next.
Hmm.
But that's all right. We in this thing now. We're about to do it. So anyway, what you got going on, ma'am?
Well, we will be back at 9:15 for Reasonable Doubt, okay? And then I also have Love After Lockup, Child, or Life After Lockup, I should say. There's so many of these, but I don't know. That'll probably be up later tonight or early tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'll have Self Care Saturday and what you should be watching, and pretty much everything else is just be continued. It's just us, me, the ladies, and on and on and on. We doing so many reviews of so many different shows. Okay, so make sure y'all keeping y'all notifications on. Y'all gotta at least be watching one of these shows.
I know that's right. So one of them. But yeah, absolutely. Exactly what Tamika said. Just keep your notifications on. Y'all already know we're getting real busy this particular go round. It's the fall season for television
Mm-hmm.
shows. And so, a lot of them come out. So on Monday we do From, on Tuesday we do Fight Night. On Thursday, we do Zatima together. And then on Fridays, we're doing Found and we're doing Reasonable Doubt. But then Tamika also has other stuff that she's doing in between all of that. And I have other stuff that I'm doing as well. We got the book club tomorrow, guys. So if you are into the family business, we are currently reading The Family Business New Orleans, book 7. So you can drop into the Discord. Last night was amazing, by the way, guys. We had our first event in the Discord. We did the watch party. It was so
Yes, that
fun.
was so much fun.
So next time we have a new event, you don't want to miss out on it. So you want to be in the Discord so you can stay up to date. So make sure that you guys join the Discord and come hang out with us. So other than that, I think we have our recaps up for Power. I don't know if you did George yet, but I think I have mine up. I really don't remember.
Nope, I still gotta do Power. I still gotta do Reasonable Doubt, and I don't know if I'm gonna do anything for Found, but child, and I gotta do something for the team. But y'all see me around, child. I'm trying to catch up, but those may be late, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it real.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that, but I do have both of my Zatimas up. I did do one for Found, and I do have my Power up, but Reasonable Doubt, we gonna have to see if we gonna be able to make that one. Candy Love and I will be doing Queen's Court. I gotta confirm the time on that, but that comes out this Sunday, y'all. Gonna have K Michelle and I can't think of her name. She wear the white all the time. Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I forgot that other girl name in it, but I got stuck on those two. So definitely make sure if you're watching that, this is gonna be my first reality show, so we're gonna see how this go. But other than that, y'all, we're about to get up out of here. We appreciate everybody coming through. TG, Candy Love, Kendall, of course, Matthew Wilson, appreciate you. My girl Toya, thank you for coming through. Everybody that was in the chat that didn't say anything, that was watching the live, we appreciate all of you. Make sure if you are watching this on the replay, go ahead and type in hashtag replay gang and let us know that you were here, or replay squad, whichever one you like. And let us know that you were here and let us know what you thought about Found. If you're not watching it, then this actually comes on Peacock and you can catch it, I believe, on NBC every Thursday, I believe. And then Friday, it drops on Peacock. So go watch it. And we're about to get up out of here and we will talk to you guys later. Peace.